Today in vlog number 5, we find out if we can make a modular engine for a B17 that doesn't explode. So let's find out. So I've been working on this for about 3 days, I guess, since modular engines came out, and I finally said, okay, we should probably put a modular engine into the B17 because probably we are going to have modular engines for a long time, so let's just start off with it. So what I did is go ahead and make my own mess of mixture and inertia starter updated, and I don't have it yet, but the cowl flaps are going to be included. But this is just showing you how I got the engine to work without blowing up. So let's, you know what, let's open up the engine so we can see it. Hold on. All right, so let's just open up the blocks here so you can see what's inside. I wanted to make sure that everything fit, that's why I closed it off. And it does, so that's good. So let's go ahead and delete this backside. And as you can see, I'm using the cowl flaps here that I think was first introduced by N7. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it was N7 that introduced me to the cowl flaps. So I love those. So what these are going to be hooked to in the end is these cowl flaps will be hooked to a controller. And then if I delete this so we can get in here, the controller will be connected to, where's that? Oh, right here. These right here. These, can we see them? These valves. So when you open the cowl flaps, they will open up the valves, and the valves will go ahead and get the flow going to the, what do you call it, intercoolers or heat exchangers, intercoolers, whatever. And yeah, that will work. So let's go ahead and jump back over into the game. So now we're back in the game, and two things that are bothering me so far with the modular engines is, one, the cooling is a little bit weird. It's just weird, okay? Yeah, I can't really justify the way the cooling works. Seems like there's too much cooling required to get a modest engine to run at a decent RPS. I don't know. And then also the way the cooling hooks up. So I'm going to show you that right now, but first let's get the engine started. Oh, the second thing is they sound like lawnmowers. But let's go ahead and get the inertia starter started. We have our controller for the inertia starter here, and we have the mixture controller. Now the B17 had a mixture control panel that had 4 levers, and you could do the mixture for each engine. You could set it to auto lean, auto rich, idle cutoff, and emergency rich, I believe. So here we have it on idle cutoff, and we're going to put it down 1, and that will be lean. And then we have auto rich, and then we have emergency. So I'll talk to you a little bit more later on how this is going to work. It's actually going to make a big difference if you have it in auto rich versus emergency rich. It's going to give you a little bit more boost, and I've already figured that out, but I'm not going to talk about that now because it's not quite ready. So we have our inertia starter, spinning up, this flywheel spinning up, and how the B17 worked is a flywheel would spin up, and then after about 13 seconds, you would hit the mesh, and your engine would start up, possibly, if it was warm enough. If not, it would not start. But we have it pretty much set up that as long as you wait long enough, it should start up, which is cool. All right, we can turn that off, and now we have our engine running. So I think right here is our temp, and you'll see it will slowly heat up to, I think, 31. Let's help it along here. So we're gonna just rev it up. Lawnmower, right? Sounds like a lawnmower. Okay, I think about 30. Let's just wait. Alright. Yeah, let's do it there. Let's get it back down to 20. Okay. So as you can see, it is cooling off. So how is this working? Well, it's working. If we come underneath here, we have 3 large radiators with no cooling. So Jersey's video showed that cooling, tanks of liquid didn't work as good as not using tanks of liquid, which I didn't test it yet, but I just went ahead and threw the radiators in there without the liquid. So anyways, this will keep the engine cool. These 3 radiators will keep the engine cool at about, I think, 90% throttle. You can get to 95 Celsius. and the engine will stay stable. So the engine right now is totally stable, will not explode, if you go up to 90% throttle or 90% air into the engine. So I think that's good. Now I haven't tested the engines on the bomber yet to see if they have enough power with the gear ratio, which I think is 9.5 right now, to pull up the plane into the sky. But I think with 4 of these, it should have enough power to get going. So we'll test that later this week because I'm moving these engines to the actual B17 build. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at the engine and how the pumps are hooked up. Let's see if we can go ahead and get into a different view. There we go. All right, so the key to making this thing work was I could not, for some reason, I couldn't hook up cooling manifolds, at least I don't think it was working, to the main body of the engine and then hook the radiators and get them working. It just, I don't know what was going on. Maybe it was me, but they wouldn't work. So what finally worked is hooking up 3 pumps here on the back of the engine with the manifold connector. I don't know what is that, manifold belt? Manifold belt, I think that is what it is. And then running the cooling through each one of these pumps through the back of the engine. So originally I was using 2 air intakes and I think 1 fuel intake. Ditched them, so it's using 1-to-1, so it's got 1 air and 1 fuel manifold on there, and that seems to be working. So let me just explain how this engine works one more time, just to make sure it's clear to you how it's keeping cool. We have 3 giant radiators in the back here that are hooked to 3 pumps that are on the back of the engine, hooked to the belt drive, and they are constantly running and trying to cool the engine, which seems to work. You can have your throttle opened up to 90% air, and it will heat up to 95 Celsius without overheating. And then on top of that, we have the 2 intercoolers, one on each side, that have a pump hooked up to air scoops that are pulling air through the intercooler, and we have a pump hooked up to the cooling manifold that is pulling the liquid through. And then we have a valve so that we can regulate if we're cooling off the engine or not based on cowl flaps or airspeed. Okay, I think that's it. All right, so let's just see how this thing is doing here with the temp. So at point 20 air going into the engine, we are at 22 Celsius, and it's just holding there. And what's interesting about the engines I've noticed is that they will go down. So it will go down to like, I don't know, 22, 20, and then it will go back up to like 23 something, and then it will go back down again, which is interesting. But yeah, so it will bounce up and down between a value. I don't know how that works, but it's interesting. So now what I want to do is go ahead and let's bump up this engine to 90 on the throttle. There we go. So what we're going to do is watch the engine and make sure it doesn't explode. There was a patch today. They didn't say that they tweaked anything with the heating or the cooling, so hopefully the engine is still stable from last night. And let's just speed this up while we wait. Alright, something changed. They changed something in the latest patch. It is heating way up, and look at this. If we come over here, we can see that these are not working. So they don't have fluid attached, and I have a feeling that they need fluid now. So, son of a... Alright, so this video is going to change a bit because apparently, as usual, the devs did change something in the background that they're not talking about on their... Wait, let's just make sure I'm not lying. Alright, so patch notes say, feature updated fluid gantries, feature added exhaust tooltip, balance reduced exhaust production, balance increased intake scoop pressure, balance increased passive cooling rate. Okay, which means, I guess, would be the engine itself cooling off. Fix, engines now passively cool when holding no coolant. Modular engine belt rendering when mirrored. Rename torque. Okay, so something changed here. They changed something besides what they just said in that feature. Because this engine, last night, was running very cool. And now... now the radiators are not cooling. Or they're staying cool. I don't know. So... I don't know what to say sometimes. This is just really frustrating. Alright. We need cool... we need... I don't know. We need tanks. Do I need a medium tank? Can a small tank fill up one of these? I don't even know. Let's just grab... I think I need a T. Let's do a T. T, 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 T. And then we're just going to bring this down, bring that down, bring that down. Okay. Let's put our water tank there. Okay, the water tank is empty, which might be a bad thing. Let's go ahead before we even jerk around with trying to get this engine to cool off. Let's add a medium tank just to make sure we have enough fluid. Is this going to be a pain in the butt? Probably is. Okay, let's just do it this way. 1, 2, 3. Right in the old wheel well. Okay, so let's just bring these down. Bring it down. Oh, good. I was right on the money. And then, yeah. What amazing engine I have here. Okay, so let's go ahead and change our fluid back to water, to fresh water, and to fresh water. All right. So let's make sure that we have enough water running through the radiators that didn't need water yesterday. So, sure. Wait, where's the hole here? Oh, there it is. Okay, so there we go. And these are set to... How cool are these things? See, these are set to 10 right now in temperature. Yesterday, these were 20. So something changed with these because they were 20. So I don't know. Okay, let's... You know what? Let's just make sure that everything is hooked up, that I wasn't, you know, crazy. Let's make sure that all the pumps... Okay, all the pumps are hooked up. All right, so now we have our giant medium tanks. Let's go ahead and check over here to make sure we've got our fluids going out. The temperature of those thingamabobs are 10, which is different from yesterday. And nothing's moving. Okay, let's go ahead and start the engine. And go. All right. So let's check our fluids to see if they are moving around. So let's check the intercoolers. Nothing's moving because we don't have the pumps on, which is right because, you know, in theory, we don't have our cowl flaps open. So there's no air coming through the engine properly. Let's come over here. Okay. Wait, what? Why am I not seeing fluid move through the engine? Why? I mean, these numbers used to fluctuate. Maybe it's properly working now. It's just not fluctuating anymore. I don't know. Oh, let's not set that to 100. Let's set it to, I guess, 90. Oops, that's not even a thing. Okay, let's see if we can get it to 90. There we go. All right, we're on 90. That's heating up. So this yesterday was fluctuating. You would see those numbers, the in and out, going up and down. But right now, it doesn't seem like it's doing anything. And then this would heat up. Oh my gosh. One patch and my engine is not happy. Oh, I don't know. I'm going to go back to a different version and seeing if it's something different. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's just wait. See what happens here. Okay, it's getting way too hot here. Alright, so let's just go through the engine and see if there's something I'm completely ignoring. We've got power going through here into the gen. We've got power all going through here. Alright. We've got these on. Okay, let's check the piping. Make sure something didn't come undone. Okay, we've got piping. Again, nothing undone. We have these. The only thing I think of would be a fluid going one way. I don't think that's required. Alright, so this engine should work. This is the last version that I had before I cleaned it up and made it look pretty with all the sides and added it to the second wing. So if this version doesn't work, that's about right. Let's check the cooling in here. No, they're 10 again. I have a feeling this is not going to work. I have a feeling they changed something, and I don't know what they changed, and it doesn't work anymore. Oh, this is so frustrating. Alright, go ahead. The cooling doesn't appear to be working at all. Like, if you come over here, these don't have a radiator tank, but they're not heating up. They're cooling off. Wait. They're staying at the same temperature. I don't understand. Alright, maybe they just changed the temperature at which the cooling cools now? I don't know. Let's just get it relatively hot and see if we can figure out what the deal is here. Do I have fluid fluctuation? No, there's no fluid fluctuation coming through these pumps. Something's changed, though. There's definitely something not right. This is what most... Okay, wait, what? Wait, what? Why is there fluctuation now? Okay, now that's not working. Where's the where's that one hook? Okay, that one's fluctuating. What the... That one's not fluctuating. There's something weird going on. Only this one is working. Why is only this one working? I think it's going to this... Wait, which tank is it going to? It's going to this tank, right? No, it's going to... the last one. Oh, look! It's working. That's heating... Why are these not working? What? Oh, I hate this game. I hate this game. I hate this game. I'm not gonna lie. I hate this game. They're all hooked up. This engine last night was running perfect. And now only one of these pumps is working. Alright, so the pumps don't require electricity. The pumps don't require... Okay, they require the one on. They're on. Alright, you know what we're going to do? We're going to delete these. Then we're going to get a pump. We're going to try to put them on. Okay. It's on the belt thing. It's coming in there. It's coming in there. That's fine. Okay, the only thing I'm going to check to make sure is that I didn't screw up. And it's running power through power. I don't know how I would jack that up. But, you know, just in case, make sure that the right connections are in. Okay, so let's grab a pipe. And let's just delete this and check. What does that say? Fluid out. Okay. Fine. Comes to the back side. Oops. Come to the back side. Okay. Fluid in. All right. So these are fluids. All right. Just making sure. And it comes through here. It goes through there. And that's... Well, actually, I don't have any one-ways. Like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I was thinking, oh, it's like the other pump where you need like a power. No, there's just power. There's an in, there's an out. And I don't think that this... Okay. I don't think that these modular... whatchamacallits, these dumb things, have an in and an out. It's just an A and a B. I don't think that that means in and out. But I'm so frustrated right now. Maybe it does. B? A. Okay, so let's just check. We can check. Okay. Let's just check to make sure that we have the same thing going on each side. Okay, so what is this? This is our out. What is this? This is our B. Okay, B out to B. So, okay, whatever. Out to B. Let's check this one. In B. Okay, all right. Okay, let's just pretend like it matters, and we're going to flop this one around, okay? Flip it. All right. Boom. All right. We're flipping it. Okay. So now this should be A side, right? Because there you go. A. All right. Out to B. All right. So let's make sure that this one is correct, or whatever we call correct these days. Okay. In. So this should be Side A. Okay, maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's my boo-boo, is that A and B matter. Okay, I don't know why it would change overnight, but let's just pretend like it does matter. All right, so we have done two things here, which now I'm not going to be able to test it properly because we don't know if it was because I put new pumps on or because I flopped those things. Okay, let's just save this, and we can always go back maybe if we want to. Broken 3. All right, let's just pump up this to 90. Whatever. Okay. Let's come back here. Now, our right pump... What the hell? What the hell? Oh, I know. It was me. I did not hook up the pumps to go on again. Let's do that. Okay, so that was my fault this time. I forgot to hook up the pumps again to go on. All right, so we did that. All right. We just want to see if the pumps are working. All right, so... all right, this one was working. What? Okay, now we have one on the left working. All right, are they all working? Okay, that's fluctuating, but these aren't but that one's working. I don't understand. Okay, that one's fluctuating. And that one's fluctuating. That one's not fluctuating. And that one's not fluctuating. And that one... Wait, is that the same one? Oh, that's the same one. Where's the other one? Not fluctuating. But we have these apparently working. Okay. What's different? What? I flipped those things. I don't think that matters. Only one is fluctuating. All three are pretending like they're working. What did they do? What did they change? I don't understand. I don't understand. I don't get it. All right, let's just wait for this engine to heat up because I want to see if it blows up or if, because it appears that all three radiators are working now again, like they were last night, that it should calm down at 95 if I have this on 90. Let's find out. All right, something that is interesting that is going on right now is that the heating has slowed down, which I'm at max throttle, and the heating has slowed down, but I'm only, at least it only appears that one pump is running, right? That one's not fluctuating at all, although it shows like fluid 0.8 in it. Yeah, no, these pumps aren't running. But then if we look at the radiators, we've got this one fluctuating. These are heating up, but not fluctuating, and the pumps don't appear like they're working. And I have no idea what is going on. Something changed with today's update, and as you can see, it's slowing the heating, but they're not working properly. So I don't know. I don't know. Why did my other engine heat up and burn up? So I think I could keep doing this video all day long, but I don't think that I'm going to come up with a solution while you're watching me try to burn up the engine every 5 minutes. You know what? Let's set this to 90 just to see if that cools it down. It does. So they did change something where the engine is a bit cooler than it was before, because at 0.90, this was topping at 95 Celsius. So that changed. So now the cooling seems to be better, but the cooling's not working. At least it's not visually showing me on these different pumps. So yeah. So I don't know. I mean, the engine is stable again. Let's just load up the other one again real quick. All right, let's just make sure that everything was hooked up on this engine. We've got our radiators on. We have electricity going through everything. we have the pumps all hooked up. Everything looks good. We had these. We can go ahead and make sure that these are flowing, but we're not even using the intercoolers. We were just testing the radiators. Okay, let's just go back here again and make sure that the electricity is all hooked up. Okay, electricity is not hooked up. Maybe that was my problem. I don't think it was, but let's check that. Okay, and electricity here. Okay, I think I had the electricity unhooked because I deleted some crap here to clean it up. Okay, but I don't know if that's how we started earlier. Let's just try it. Alright, there we go. Let's just spill this up in here. Okay. So if we come down here, let's take a look at the pumps. Not working. Not working. Not working. So this engine... I think there's something to do with these pumps. I think it has something to do with the pumps. I don't know what it is, but there's something going on with the pumps now. And it might have been because they added this feature here where you can see the exhaust at 100%. Maybe they, when that happened, something broke and maybe you have to rebuild the engine? I don't know. I don't know. Anyways, let's turn this thing off. Alright, anyways, that is it for today. I don't know. The modular engines, I feel like they shouldn't have been released to the public branch yet. Because they feel like they're not done. And I thought the experimental branch was to make sure that a feature is finished and then move it to the public branch because it's been tested, it's kind of like finalized, and it's ready to go. But instead... I'm feeling like I'm getting testing in two different branches at the same time. I don't get it. Oh, all right, I'm frustrated today. I'm just going to say goodbye. This was the B17 vlog number 5, and hopefully you learned something that I don't know how to build an engine or that the engines are broken. I'm not too sure which one we learned, but hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you didn't, go ahead and click the down button, down unlike button. I don't care anymore. I'll see you next time. Oh, don't forget to subscribe and click the bell so it goes ding dong when I upload a new video. And I'll see you next time. Yeah. Bye.